Hey, Zombie Cakeums here today, and I'm gonna actually do a cast video, creating the perfect family. Well, not the perfect family. I'm doing a let's play where I'm going to try to get every skill possible for a sim, and I decided to make this sim a toddler to start out, and then go from there. So I wanted to make their family, and I actually made like their whole families. I did mom, dad, and both pairs of grandparents. Because I wanted this person or the sim to be really diverse, and each grandparent is from a different uh, part of the world. So yeah, I was originally gonna make him the Bentley family, but I do change it later in the creative sim. And right now, we're creating Daddy Sim. And I actually did this cast once before and didn't like how it turned out, which is why I came back and redid it and used the grandparents too. But yeah, I wanted to make Dad really not fancy, but I wanted to make him very preppy and business casual, like all the time. Because that's going to be his ambition, is to be a rich dad, rich daddy-o. So I wanted to put him in relatively nice clothes, to kind of do the whole fake it till you make it thing. So he is of Mexican and Polynesian descent. So I make his dad Mexican and I make his mom Polynesian or Hawaiian or however you want to put it. And I made sure to incorporate a lot of that style into both parents, their cultural style. I'm almost done with, or I'm not actually almost done, but it's pretty quick because the everyday I think is the hardest part. So it kind of takes longer, and I always do more than one outfit for each person because it's more realistic. This is my first Create a Sim video, so I really wanted it to be good. So I went ahead and did a couple different pajama outfits as well, because I think those are like my second favorite outfit other than the party outfits. I wanted to make Dad kind of realistic, so I put him in the middle on both the athletic and the body weight bars, so he was kind of more realistic. He wasn't going to be completely ripped or anything, and I do give him a little bit of a belly as well. It's an abbed belly, but it's a belly. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that I didn't make them too perfect, because I don't like to make unrealistic sims. I usually like to make a sim that's achievable. And then about this point where I was staring at his face the entire time, I realized he started to look a lot like Johnny Depp, and that was an accident. But a happy accident, because I really like Johnny Depp. So I was originally going to make the dad Polynesian, but then I decided not to, just because I couldn't find any like Polynesian first names for a male. And this is why I'm paused right here and taking so long, because I'm trying to find I was looking on like baby name generators to find some names, and I didn't like that name Malachi, so I decided to go with a girl instead as the Polynesian one. Yeah, Leilani. And I made her very traditional mom style, like traditional housewife, when it comes to like her traits and stuff like that. You'll see that in a minute. I finished those off in a minute. I wanted to make her really pretty. I have my best friend is Filipino, and I kind of used a lot of her mom's style and stuff like that to kind of get this kind of put together and stuff like that. So it actually is based off of someone I know, kind of. Me and her have been best friends since I was like first or second grade, so I've known her mom for a really long time, and I call her mom mom, and she calls my mom mom, so I kind of base this loosely off of her mother, because her mom has lots of style, but is also a little bit older, so I wanted to kind of use that to my advantage and make sure I kind of get it as accurate as I can, because I didn't want to get in a lot of trouble or get a lot of scrutiny with this sim, or with these sims. I didn't want to be too stereotypical or anything, because I know it could offend a lot of people. But I did kind of stick with more cultural things based off of what I know. Like with her, I do a lot of Polynesian inspired things, and with the dad, I do a lot of things I see in Mexican culture. I am 25% Mexican, so I do know that I'm just based off of experience. So I'm not trying to really be stereotypical or anything like that. I just wanted to be as accurate, and I wanted to also use clothes that I've not really used before in my personal playing, which is why I decided to do the grandparents. I just randomized to find a sim that was as close to the style that I wanted, and I found him. He's kind of based off of, what is his name? Machete? I think that's his name. I think, yeah. So I wanted, to kind of base him. Danny Trejo, yeah, Machete. Danny Trejo is kind of who he's based off of. I think he looks a lot like him. When he was a little bit younger, but I really liked Danny Trejo, so yeah, he's based off of him. I wanted to go a little bit more, not outrageous, but kind of like, different, because I feel like, he was an adult in the 70s, so I wanted to incorporate a lot of stuff that may have been popular then, like that olive toned suit. So I wanted to make sure that I got something that was kind of outdated for him. And I wanted to edit the relationships kind of as I went. And I'm starting with mom's family now I was going to actually get the mom from randomizing their child, which is what I ended up doing. I probably should have done it for Anthony as well, but I didn't really decide to make the grandparents until after I finished him. So I wanted to make mom African, because you don't see a lot of people play with black sims, and I wanted to incorporate her into the family and kind of give the main sim, the one that I'm going to focus on scaling up, I wanted to make her have a lot of different backgrounds to come from, because I think that the perfect sim is someone who has pretty good balance of different cultures in their lives and is aware of all of them. My backstory for Shauna was that she was an athlete in the Olympics and grew up in and met someone else who was like a reporter or something from the Olympics. So that's kind of how I base her and her husband. Sorry, I'm eating a cookie. But this was really fun. I've never used a lot of these clothes. Like, I've never used the headdresses or anything like that from City Living, so I decided to use those. Makes me really happy to do all of these Sims. My thought was that she was a gymnast or a runner or something like that on the African team. And then she came to live with her husband, who is Scandinavian. And I made him really pale because I really like that juxtaposition of an interracial couple that is really that far apart in skin tone and culture. The Scandinavian culture was extremely different from African culture. So right now I'm searching for a name for him. I thought that was too similar to the dad, Johan, so I had to change it. I think I stay with Matthias. I wanted to make him really nerdy and really plain. Because like I said, he was like a journalist, a sports journalist or something like that. And I was going to make him like really tall and lanky, but I realized that a lot of Scandinavian guys are very tall and actually really bulky. Not like fat, but like bulky. Just tall and not necessarily like ripped, but not someone you'd really want to mess with just because their size intimidates you. I wanted to do this stereotypical dad look on somebody, so I had to do it on him. I do change their last name, Christoph. And this time I do randomize a daughter. I wish that I had actually made her skin a little bit darker. But realistically, because mom and dad are so far apart, she could possibly just turn out like a perfect... Oh, I did make her skin darker. And I made her a redhead. Don't know why, but I did. And I did kind of make her a trophy wife. Because dad is this, he's gonna be like a rich Wall Street guy or something, and I feel like wife has to be really pretty because they're going to go to a lot of functions and she's going to be a trophy wife. So I made her really curvy but petite, and I really like her. She's pretty. And I didn't want to make her have like long blonde hair or anything. I wanted to make her have shorter hair. And maybe she wears extensions or something every once in a while, but she's very outdoorsy too. So she's actually looks the part but doesn't necessarily fit the part of a trophy wife. So sometimes she's relaxed and kind of just wants to chill and hang out and not necessarily be the super pretty trophy wife all the time. So I do make her kind of girly, but sometimes not girly and stuff like that. So I really like her. She's so pretty. She's not necessarily... I felt like she had too many pretty outfits, so I wanted to give her more different types of outfits. So she's not all going to have all pretty dresses and cute blouses. She's going to be kind of different. Her style is really different and very broad. When it came to like her formal and stuff, obviously I had to get her all glammed up because she's going to be a trophy wife. And very pretty, and that's really when she flaunts her looks, is when she's in her formal and party wears. So yeah, I really like that hair. I think it's from Get Together. It's really cute because it's not really styled at all. It's just a cute little blob bob. I probably should have took her socks off for those last two. But yeah, I put her... I guess my thought process was that she wears extensions with that hair. Just to make it look better. She's really cute. Agatha. And I don't know, maybe I should think of like a backstory for her and Anthony and how they met. Maybe in college or something like that. Or maybe she used to own a business or owns a business and that's how they met. But I don't know. And I realized I started to randomize their daughter without mom being included in that. So I had to change it back. And I definitely wanted to make her redheaded like her mom. And later I'm going to have them have another child, hopefully a boy, later in the Let's Play. Because I want her to have a younger sibling. Plus I have a house lined up for them to move into once they have more money. Yeah, I made her inquisitive so that she'd always want to learn and be curious and stuff like that, because that's pretty much going to be her life. We'll just be learning. She's a cute little baby. And this Let's Play is centered around her, starting as her being a toddler and then when she turns into a teenager. And her name is Johanna. She's named after her grandfather on her dad's side. So yeah. That's pretty much the end of this. So feel free to like and subscribe, comment, give me your feedback. And you can download this family off the gallery. My origin ID is Erica, ERIKA, GP1218. Thanks.